taon. Magserbing manlugod pagirumdum ang selebrasyon na ini kan karahayan kan pagkamuot asin pagtarabangan. Ipagpa Diyos mabalusta ang mga biyayang naresibi asin mariresibi pa. Urog na ang balaog nin buhay asin maugmang pamilya. Sa pagsabata sa bagong taon, maginguwa kitang hipnuan an anuman na pagkukulang sa mga relasyon ta sa iba asin sa komunidad. Kaibaan bilog tang pamilya. Sa ngaran kan sa kuyang pamilya asin kan sangguni ang panlunsod sa pangingenot ni Vice Mayor Nelson Legacion. Ini po si Mayor John Bongat. Minapaabot sa Indo nin maugmang Pasko asin mas mauswag pang bagong taon.
Aram ba ganindo na igo kitang pwedeng dulukon kung igo kitang reklamo sa mga abusadong pulis? Yaon ang People's Law Enforcement Board o PLEB na binilog sa irarom kan Akta Republika 6975 asin 8551. Ang PLEB saro sa mga opisina na may kapangyarihan na dangugon, resolbaran asin desisyonan ang mga kaso administratibo na sinaangat kan si isay man na namamanwaan laban sa kapulisan na naglapas sa indang katungdan. Sa siyudad ning Naga, ang PLEB binibilog ninda Attorney Mila Francia bilang chairperson, Attorney asin konsihala Miles Regid Arroyo bilang vice chairperson, retirado koronel asin dating konsihal Jose Tuason, punong barangay Buboy Salva, dating punong barangay Antonio Amparado, asin konsihal Lito del Rosario bilang mga miyembros. Ang pulis dapat nagsiserbi asin nangangataman sa namamanwaan. Kung may sumbong, makipag-ulay sa PLEB, mag-upod o mag-text sa 0908-279-7619 o magbisita sa indang opisina na yaon sa City Hall. Naga City People's Law Enforcement Board para sa matanos na kapulisan, kasurok kan namamanwaan. Ang pagirumdum na ini hatod sa Indo kan gobyerno lokal kan Naga sa pamamayo ni Alcalde John Bongat asin Vice Alcalde Nelson Legacion sa paagi kan City Events, Protocol and Public Information Office. Tig-ura na naman mga tugang, kaya naglalangkaban na naman ang mga helang, urog na ang dengue. Paano kita makakaiwas sa dengue? Uyan mga tips. Enot, kung may flower vase, ribayan ang tubig kaini sarong bes kada simana. Ikadua, linigan ang mga sagurong kan atop, siguruhon na mahali ang mga dahon, asin ati na nakabagat sa pagbulos kan tubig uran. Ikatulo, siguruhon na daining tubig ang magamit na ruweda, lata, bote o tansan o tubon ang proper waste disposal. Ikaapat, siguruhon na may ining tubig ang saludan kan refrigerator asin katuhan. Ikalima, takupan ang mga balde asin mga drum na tinitipunan nin tubig. Ikaano, magsuulot din mga halabang bado na mataon ng proteksyon sa mga braso asin tabay. Ikapito, linigan ang palibot urog na ang makali. Asin ang ikawalo, kung may kalinturan na ning duwang aldaw, asin may rashes na ang kublit, magpakonsulta tulos sa pinakarating health center asin ospital.
Ini po si Mayor John Bongat. Tarabangan ta pong sugpuon ang dengue. Araw-alaw ta pong linigan ang palibot kan sa tuyang harong. Sa disiplina asin kalinigan. Hela, malilikayan.
Ang pagirumdum na ini hatod sa Indo kan gobyerno lokal kan Naga sa paagi kan City Events, Protocol and Public Information Office asin kan City Health Office.
Give us the foresight to know what the future may devise. Give us the courage and the strength to seek the truth and what is good. Give us the facility of language that we may be understood. And finally, our Lord, make us worthy public servants of this city. We deeply love and highly honor Naga City, the heart of Bicol. Amen. Pambansang awit.
Mayang magiging ay mayang magiging sa silanganan, hanap ng puso sa libo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuloy ka lang magiging sa manlulukin. Di ka masisiin sa dagat at mundo, sa simoy at sa langit mong buhay. May lakang tula at tawid sa paglayang yamahan. Ang isang watawag mo'y tagumpay na nagmimili. Ang ituloy na araw na kailan pa may magbibili. Lupa ng araw na buwan ay pasinta. Buhay langit sa libo. Ang ligaya naman ay mamahit. Ang mga talang dahil sa'yo.
Privilege time.
Anyone from the members? Councilor Joselito del Rosario.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, my esteemed colleagues at the 12 Sangguniang Palusod, the Secretariat, Mr. PJ, members of the media, students of the USI, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Mr. Chair, mahagad po ako ng permiso, Giraray, na magamit ko po itong microphone naman sa...
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Nong. Mr. Chair, this privilege speech, Mr. Chair, focuses on the problem of flooding in Naga City. Next. Mr. Chair, this is a photo from on top of Sabang Mabolo Bridge. We can see on the western part is the Sabang, some portions of Barangay Sabang, Naga City. The facts that we need to know. We have here the Philippine map, Mr. Chair, and we can see in the eastern board side, the most prone to flooding, and the Bicol area is one of those areas in the whole of part of Luzon and up to Samar area as prone po sa flooding. Next. Now, what are some facts? Climate change is a fact. The concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere will affect the world for years to come with warmer temperatures and warmer seas and extreme weather variations. Even if the emissions of GHG were in balance today, the problem would linger for decades to come due to the accumulation in the atmosphere. Another fact, typhoons are a fact in the Camarines Sur and Bicol area and directly affect Naga City. It is expected that 5 out of about 20 typhoons each year will cause some damages and economic losses in Naga City. Major ones will occur every 5 to 10 years. Ironically, Mr. Chair, as I am presenting this, our weather forecasters and even Mr. Michael Padua is monitoring the possible entry to power of a depression. Next. High water stages in the Bicol and Naga rivers are unavoidable. Based on mathematical modeling of the Bicol River Basin, the Bicol River will stage at elevation 2.73 mean sea level with no tidal surge and with tidal surge 3.25 MSL at the mouth of Naga River from a 5-year return period flood. During Typhoon Ruping in 1982, Mr. Chair, the Bicol River peaked at 3.70 mean sea level after 8 days following the start of the storm. During Typhoon Riming in 2006, the Naga River reached more than that figure, Mr. Chair. Tidal influences from San Miguel Bay. High tide at the mouth of Naga River is 2.1 mean sea level every day with a tidal range of 2.5 meters. The channel capacity of Naga River is limited. The Naga River channel has a carrying capacity of about 100 to 110 cubic meters per second. This is equivalent to the discharge from a 3.5-year return period flood event. Once the channel has reached its full capacity, overbank flow occurs from both right and left banks into Naga City. Sabi mo po, pag napano na ang bukana kang river channel, na overflow po ni sa both left and right sides of river banks hindi sa Naga City. Flooding is a regular event in Naga City and caused primarily by water overflowing the banks of the river and Naga rivers with backward flowing into Naga City from culvert and drain openings in the Naga River. For all return periods, flooding is widespread and disastrous. Most of the flooded areas are in the vicinity of Bicol and Naga rivers on the western side of Naga City. The depth of flooding varies from less than a meter to over 2 meters with durations of less than 3 hours to weeks. Hindi po sa Naga, based on the historical data, ang nagsapo po kaning maray, iyo po ang barangay kang Triangulo. Barangays Pabulo, Tabuco, Triangulo, Sabang, Igualdad, and Abella commonly experience severe and prolonged flooding due to their proximity to Bicol River, tidal influence, and the low river bank. Recently, Mr. Chair, ang Clupa sa Calawag, medyo na-address na si problema because of pag-construct si Daranakulang drainage problem program duman, although iba pa po ning nanunutaran na paglangkaw kan tubig sa lugar na ito. In a disaster, the marginalized sector of society is always the most vulnerable because they have relatively little means to prepare and protect themselves. In our city, the urban poor are the most vulnerable. Naga City should consider taking care of itself in close coordination with Metro Naga municipalities. Joint efforts should be made with the Metro Naga municipalities by combining their efforts and resources to form a larger flood protection and mitigation district. Now, the assessment and analysis. We have 4 factors that contribute to flooding in Naga City. First, the high flood stages in the Bicol River, which overflows its banks and inundates the low-lying barangays. Nasabi ko po kan last session, Mr. Chair, tulo, but recently sa research, apat po ang nagkukontribute kang flooding sa Naga. Pangadua, ang biglaan, haralipot, pero biglaan na pag-uran sa watershed sa taas na portion kang Mount Isarog na nagkakausa po ng floods hindi po sa tayong lugar. Next. Ang tidal influences from the San Miguel Bay causing backwater in the Bicol and Naga rivers. Pag nagsupay na po, naglangkaw ang tubig sa San Miguel Bay, palaog kani ang tubig na supay man po sa Bicol River and eventually naapektaran ang Naga River. And pag-igwa po ng typhoon or calamity, ang tidal surge as a result of tropical storms and typhoons. Iyon po ni Mr. Chair ang flood hazard map for 1.8-year return period or mga 2 taon. Pag nakaigwa po kita ng bagyo, mabilang po kita ng halos mga 2 taon, ang probability kang pagbalik kayan, ini po ang epekto kan sa flooding sa Naga. Mailing ta po, Mr. Chair. Ini pong red portion, parte po yang kang Triangulo, ini pong sa walang red, ini po ang Sabang. May portion po naman sa itaas, ang Calawag, and ini pong sarupang barangay ining sa may area kang San Francisco. Ini man po ang sunod na flood hazard kung ang paghiling ta mga 4 na taon pag nagbalik ang flooding, ini man po ang magiging epekto sa Naga. Na-expand po ang coverage sa Mr. Chair, including Mabolo, Sabang, Tabuco, Triangulo, including Lerma, and parts of Peña Francia and Calawag. And lastly, Mr. Chair, ang 10 taon na return period. Mas nakula pong lugar sa Naga maapektaran. Pag hiniling ito po, Mr. Chair, ang epekto po ni sa negosyo, sa urban poor, asin sa iba pang sektor kang sa tuyang syudad. Nahiling ito po ang epekto kani kan nakaagi po mga taon, and sana po dahil na mautruin niyo. Next. Ang 2015 road inventory, Mr. Chair, nagsasabi na we have 195.7 in kilometers na tinampong niyan igdi sa Surigao Naga. Dahil pa po hindi kabali ang halos 50 kilometros na private subdivision roads na dahil pa nataturn over igdi sa Naga. Sa datos po niyan kang City Engineer's Office, dahil po nakakasabay igdi, Mr. Chair, ang numero kang pagkonstrukta ng mga drainages. As in, ang iba po igdi, Mr. Chair, saradit ng mga drainages, kaya po nasasakitan kita na mag-address kang flooding igdi sa tuyang syudad. So dapat po maisabay tayo niyo. Ang paglangkaw kang numero kang nasisimentong lugar, sabay man dapat ang pagkakaigwan ng mga drainages sa sinambitang mga lugar. Magastos po ni, pero kay pong loyalwayan na paghilingon kan lokal na gobyerno kang Naga. Kadakol po ang esperso kani, kan time ni Mayor Jess Robredo, time ni Mayor Jambongat, asin kan lokal na gobyerno, sa Panginoon po ni Vice Mayor Ligason, pero kadakol pa po kita dapat na gibuhon. Next. Ano pa ang mga legislative measures na kay puwantang siguro pagtanawon po giraray? Primero po, ang paghihiling kang Ordinance 1986-019, ang Ordinance 2000-006 na nagsasabi ng nagpo-prohibit ka mga gasoline stations, auto repair shops, car washing centers, and all other establishment of entities from disposing and pouring used oil, wastewater sa canals pasiring po sa Naga River. Next. Ang Ordinance 2000-018 na nag-establish ng control measures in preserving aquatic life at the Naga River and prescribes associated penalties. And ang 2003-013 na nag-establish ng caretaker group for environment care known as Bantay Kapalibutan sa maugmang lugar. Lately, Mr. Chair, iko pakita ang ordinansa na nagre-revive ang Naga River, inipong Naga River Revitalization Project. Next. Sa ngunya po, Mr. Chair, sa session pong ini, mga ngapudan po ako sa gabos na member municipalities kan Metro Naga na i-prioritize ang hazard identification and mapping, vulnerability and risk assessment and analysis with special emphasis to flood hazards. Number 2, letter C, resolution requesting the DPWH, City Engineer's Office, and river barangays to intensify the conduct of river cleanup and declogging of the drainages. And ang pag-request po kay Honorable Congressman Gabi Bordado to follow up the status of the study conducted for the Integrated Naga River Revitalization Project. Ini pong project na ni Mr. Chair, pig-endorse na po ni kang NEDA sa kang RDC and NEDA pasiring po sa Central Office kang NEDA and DPWH. And lastly, Mr. Chair, bilang regalo ta po sa satuyang kapalibutan, ngunyan po sigurong Christmas, pagtrabangan ta po na liwat paigtingon ta ang pag-ataman ka sa tayo pong Salog Naga bilang pong kabtang kang public safety, tangari pong sa tayong lugar and sa tayo pong Metro Naga magtalubo pa pag-abot kang panahon. Ang mga sources ko po, Mr. Chair, ang Rappler 2014 report, CPDO, and an Integrated Naga River Revitalization Project. Diyos mabalos, Merry Christmas po sa Tagabos.
Thank you, Councilor Joselito del Rosario. Councilor Julian Labadia Jr.
Maraming na aga po sa gabos. Duman na. Merry Christmas. Mr. Chairman, my colleague, saka sa mga bisita ta, actually mayo man po talaga akong planong gamiton ang privilege sa time na naka-allowed sa kuya. Alagad, kadakol na mga negosyante ang nag-aapod sa kuya, saka nakakaulay ko. Ang pagkaintindi ko, Mr. Chairman, duwang klase ang kalamidad, sarong natural calamity, saka ang man-made calamity. So, ang issue ko po ngunyan kay Councilor Lito is the natural calamity. Sa kuya po, si man-made. Man-made dahil ang kasibutan po kan mga negosyante ngunyan, bako lang sa siyudad ng Naga, kundi sa buong Camarines Sur. Sa maabot pong January, nagluluwas po ngunyan na garumayo na ning biyahe ang Philippine Airline from Manila to Naga, Naga, Manila. Ang mangyayari na po ngunyan, garo Clark, Manila and Manila, Clark. Grabe po ngunyan, Clark, Naga, Naga, Clark. So, ng Manila. Yun po yan ang kahalitan kan mga negosyante ta. Yun yung man-made calamity. Pag nangyari yan, Mr. Chairman, kadakla na kaulay ko mga negosyante, nagbarakal na sila mga ticket kang para sa piyesta pa, ngunyan na summer, ngunyan na March. Babalik na po sa inda si mga ticket na ang nakakaagna is Naga Clark, Clark Naga. So, iniyo ang gusto sabihin kang kalamidad na man-made, Mr. Chairman, kung hihilingon mo, naggagamit eroplano, mga mayayaman man lang. Pero, Mr. Chairman, ang epekto po kanila kulaon sa tuyang ekonomiya. Yun po niya piksaro sa pigahaditan kang mga ining sa mga call center na nag-iigli sa tuya, na gusto nila pag haling Manila, mabutig di, mabalik pagkahapon. So, saro yan sa mga nagsisibot na ang travel time nila from Manila to Naga, taog pa katong nagbus nila. So, ang pagtubod ko, Mr. Chairman, masunod, Mr. Chairman, ang Cebu Pacific. Dahil kita sure kung it is February or March, mga Clark Naga naman sila ang Clark Naga. So, iyan, Mr. Chairman, lang inaatubang ta sa 2018, ining I'll consider ito sa man-made calamity dahil magiging apektado po gabos pati para Trimobile, pati para Padjak, pati mga restaurant, mga waiters. So yan po ang pigahadit ng Mr. Chairman. Kaya nakikiulay po kita, Mr. Chairman, sa pag-iriba through the Chair of the Rules and Privileges kung pwedeng to include my privilege speech in today's session, considering na kung ano ang pwede tang gibuhon collectively sa sangguniang panglusod ng Naga City Government para ma-preventa ini yung posibleng maging kalamidad na pwedeng desisyonan kang tao. Salamat, Asid Maray na aga po.
Thank you, Councilor Julian Labadia Jr. Is the Honorable Vidal Castillo going to render a privilege speech? Okay. Next item.
Reading and
Or
approval.
Councilor Greg. Okay. Next item.
Reading and approval of the order of business.
Councilor Baldemoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may I move to dispense the reading of the order of business with the following inclusion. Item number 1 of the special business or order is the letter from the City Mayor requesting for possible extension of the tenants of Prieto Night Market from December 20 to December 31, 2017. Another, Mr. Chair, under SBO, item number 2 is the letter from the City Mayor requesting for passage of an ordinance consolidating all previous approved appropriation ordinance under a single supplemental budget. Another, Mr. Chair, under special business or order is the matter of the privilege speech of the Honorable Joselito del Rosario containing 3 resolution. And also item number 4 of the special business or order is the matter of the privilege speech of the Honorable Julian Labadia. Under unfinished business, Mr. Chair, item number 1A is the committee report of the Committee on Appropriation. Item number 13 of the unfinished business is the committee report of the Committee on Games and Amusement. Item number 14 is the letter from the City Treasurer regarding the Barangay Revenue Code o Barangay Kalawag. Item number 15 is the letter from the City Engineer regarding the presentation of the current status of flood control system. Item number 16 is the proposed ordinance reorganizing and effecting functional changes in the City Events Protocol and Public Information Office. Under new business, Mr. Chair, item number 2 is the endorsement from the City Mayor endorsing the draft memorandum of agreement between the Bureau of Soils and Water Management and the city government of Naga. Also under new business, Mr. Chair, is the letter from Musteo Cristi Año Sr. requesting for a Trimobile franchise. I so move for its approval, Mr. Chair.
Without objection, our order of business is now approved. Thank you, Councilor Baldimoro. By the way, we wish to acknowledge the presence of our guest from the Universidad de Santa Isabel. They are the senior high school students of the said university. We proceed.
Special business or order number 1. The letter from the city mayor requesting extension of the Prieto Night Market from December 20, 2017 to December 31, 2017.
Anyone? The chairman of the Committee on Market, Councilor Vidal Castillo.
Approve the request of the city mayor for the extension of the night market from September 15 to December 30, 17,
31.
No, I move it.
Without objection, same is approved. Next item.
SBO number 2. The letter from the city mayor requesting for the consolidation of appropriation ordinances.
The chairman of the Committee on Appropriations, Councilor De Asis. On joint and collective motion. Councilor Greg Abonal.
Mr. Chair, with the indulgence of the Sanggunian, may we go back to the first item? I was asking, what does extension mean? I don't think that's what they're asking for, because the permit for them is to use the place on, what is it, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you say extension, that means na may deadline sindan noong 19. I think what they mean is not an extension, but a permit to sell from 20 to 31 every night.
Okay. With that correction.
With that correction, Mr. Chair.
With that correction.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Councilor Greg Abonal. We shall now proceed to item number 3.
The privileged speech of Honorable Joselito Del Rosario, containing 3 resolutions.
Councilor Del Rosario.
Mr. Chair, I move that we pass resolution requesting all Metro Naga member municipalities to prioritize hazard identification and mapping, vulnerability and risk assessment and analysis with special emphasis to land hazards. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Before that, please take a look at the letter of the city engineer. This is about the presentation. The presentation about the current status of the flood control system within the city. Would you like to await?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Before we consider your proposed resolution?
In consideration of the letter of my idol, City Engineer Chito Palmiano, Mr. Chair, I am deferring the motion for the 3 resolutions.
Okay. Thank you, Councilor Del Rosario. Councilor Labadia Jr.
I just would like to state my support to the proposed resolution, Mr. Chairman. But ang sabi nga ni Kayan, pagpasarta kang resolution, dapat we are all equipped with all the information, Mr. Chairman. The
And I
privilege
think,
speech, Mr. Chairman, of the Honorable Lito Del Rosario was very laudable, Mr. Chairman.
and I think the presentation that we expect from Engineer Leon Palmiano IV may perhaps provide us additional data or information. Okay? So, thank you, Councilor Del Rosario. We shall now proceed to the next item.
The matter of the privilege speech of the Honorable Julian Labadia Jr.
Councilor Julian Labadia Jr.
Mr. Chairman, ma-solicit kita ng idea sa mga membro ng Sangguniang Panglungsod kung ano ang posibleng pwedeng gibuon ta, Mr. Chairman. Kasi ining issue niyan, hahaliw na ang Philippine Airlines, ang flight kang Manila to Naga and Naga Manila. So Naga Clark naman yan. Kaya sa hiling ko, Mr. Chairman, dapat sangunyan pa lang, Mr. Chairman, we should take action, especially nahihiling ta si lakulang problemang itatao kay ni Mr. Chairman. If I will be asked kung ano ang suggestion ko, a resolution, Mr. Chairman, or a letter to the Philippine Airlines and the Cebu Pacific of their plan. And then, Mr. Chairman, siguro, another disposition is to convene, to form a committee right now and involve the Metro Naga Chamber of Commerce, the Camarines Sur Chamber, para magibuling sarong action sa isyong ini, Mr. Chairman. So, kung igwa pang ibang idea, Mr. Chairman, is most welcome.
Any comment from the other members of this body? I understand that the business sector is really alarmed by the information circling, and the Metro Naga Chamber of Commerce and Industry had informed me that their first step is to find out about the veracity of this information, and from there succeeding steps will be taken.
Mr. Chairman, I was able to talk to the former Presidential Advisor for Bicol Affairs, Mr. Anton D. Preto, that his tickets were already validated by the Philippine Airlines from Naga Manila, Manila Naga, and he was informed through email that it was changed to Clark Naga, Naga Clark. So, and also, Mr. Chairman, last night, nagbubuk po ako ng April 9 para sa bisita from Korea. And then, Mayo na, Mr. Chairman, naglalaog ng Philippine Airlines, only Cebu Pacific. Pero yung sa Cebu Pacific, Mr. Chairman, na announcement na it would be Manila Naga, Naga Manila sa Bininda na by February. So, siguro yan confirmed nagbubuk pa nga ni Mr. Chairman ang Cebu Pacific. But the Philippine Airlines, Mr. Chairman, is confirmed na na sinda nagkukuha ng booking and pigre-book na ninda si mga Manila Naga Manila.
Okay. Thank you, Councilor Labadia Jr. for that information. Is there any event, an order probably from the regulating agency that prompted the Philippine Airlines to do this? Councilor Salvador del Castillo, and then after you, Councilor Joselito del Rosario.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Siguro, Mr. Chair, to be sure, we formally request the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines kung ano talaga ang sitwasyon. Dahil speculation lang kadaklan. So we need an official answer from the regulating agency, the CAAP.
CAAP is the regulating body?
Yes.
Okay.
Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines.
Chairman.
Councilor Labadia Jr.
I agree with the Honorable Del Castillo, Mr. Chairman, that we write the CAAP, and also at the same time, hand in hand with that, Mr. Chairman, we can also write the Philippine Airline and the Cebu Pacific regarding that statement, Mr. Chairman. So there would be 3 letters. We direct the City Secretary to write the CAAP as suggested by the Honorable Del Castillo. And then we also write, Mr. Chairman, the President of the Philippine Airline and the Cebu Pacific. While we are writing the President of the Philippine Airline and writing the Cebu Pacific President, we copy furnish Mr. Lucio Tan, who is also from NAGA, who is the Chairman Emeritus of the Philippine Airline. And at the same time, Mr. Chairman, copy furnish Mr. John Gokong Wei, who is the owner of the Robinson, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. I think we are all amenable with that course of action. Councilor Joselito Del Rosario.
Good morning again, Mr. Chair. Sa Pilipinas po, sa pagkaaram ko, there are several classifications kan mga airports. Pinakadakula, of course, ang NAIA. We have 4 terminals there. Terminal 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then, ang Clark man po, saroon na dakula, Cebu and Davao and General Santos. Now, ikaw po ni mga Saradita Airport na ang na-accommodate lang itong mga propeller type. Saroon na po dyan ang Naga City. Mga Saradit pong aeroplano nakaka-landing lang dyan. Ang pagkaaram ko po, ang Katiklan, ang ikaw po pong mga Saradita Airport. Now, if the decision to transfer yung flights kang PAL from Naga to Clark, from instead of Naga landing sa Manila, now landing sa Clark, kung di ko pong mga kasabay na mga airports na arugman kaya ang treatment, for example, itong mga Saradit na aeroplano from Katiklan, imbes na maglanding sa Manila, ilaland sa Clark, okay lang po yan. Pero kung igwa po ning sininggle out ang Naga, Mr. Chair, ibang dimension na yan siguro yan.
That is why I was asked, my point earlier was to direct our inquiry to the regulating body because there might have been some issuances that prompted the Philippine Airlines and or Cebu Pacific to divert their flights from Manila to Naga and now to Clark to Naga and vice versa. So I think the motion is in order. Okay. So duly seconded by Councilor Del Rosario without objection. Same is approved. Thereafter, upon receipt of their respective reply, we will take the next course of action. Okay. We proceed to the next item.
Unfinished business number 1, the letter dated October 13, 2017 of His Honor submitting the proposed annual budget of the City of Naga for year 2018, and item there too is the committee report of the Committee on Appropriations dated November 23, 2017.
Our city budget officer texted me earlier and requested that this matter be taken up at a much later time. In order for him to appear and complete some data that we may need for purposes of finally considering this matter. So we shall proceed to the next item.
Unfinished business number 2, proposed ordinance of Honorable Nelson Ligacion and Honorable Elmer Baldemoro entitled an ordinance amending the revised Solo Parents Ordinance of Naga, creating a Solo Parents Office, defining its functions, providing for its personal complement and program guidelines, allocating funds for its operation and for other purposes.
Councilor Baldemoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Based on the previous session, the only changes here is the definition of the children below 18 years of age and in section 3, and also the regarding the incentives to exemplary students to be deleted the word indigent, and also the school fees for the Philippine National Red Cross to 60 pesos. So with that, Mr. Chair, may I move for the final approval of the proposed ordinance.
Any second? Without objection, this ordinance is now approved on third and final reading. Next item.
Unfinished business number 3, letter dated December 8, 2017 of Engineer Leon Palmiano de Fort, City Engineer, submitting the program of works for road concreting together with complete plans of the proposed exit road from the proposed eastbound terminal.
Councilor Del Rosario, what do we do with this item? Should we endorse this to the city mayor for favorable consideration?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
After acquiring the portion that is not yet owned by the city pursuant to the ordinance that we passed.
That's incorporated in section 12, item number 5 of the recently passed ordinance on the terms of reference.
So, do I hear a second? Same is approved. Next item.
Unfinished business number 4, letter dated December 12, 2017 of Mr. Ramon J. Florendo, OIC City Enro, submitting report on ocular survey to determine the appropriate intervention on the waterway of Sagup Creek.
Any comment on this? Do we still need the presence of Mr. Ramon Florendo? Councilor Elmer Balimoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. In that letter, Mr. Chair, our City Enro stating that the citation tickets are being prepared to be delivered. So may we request from the City Enro to render a report whether or not the citation tickets was already delivered.
Without objections, same is approved. The Secretary will send the corresponding letter to the City Enro. Next item.
Number 5 of the unfinished business, letter dated December 11, 2017 of Dr. Reynaldo Carrizosa, Acting Chief of the Naga City Hospital, addressed to Dr. Sebastian Roberto Estrada, Contractual Medical Officer 3 of the Naga City Hospital, issuing an official reprimand for his actions that had direct or indirect effect that resulted to the death of a certain Malusan Joaquin Nueva on November 1, 2017.
We take note. Councilor Del Rosario.
Mr. Chair, dara po nikan si inahil kong privilege speech sa Sangguniang Panlungsod and Committee on Health, pangil po ni Councilor Ranyola, nagkandak po tulos ng investigation. Kaya punta po ng doktor sa City Hospital, Mr. Chair. But we have to also emphasize na sa ito yung mga doktor may look at po ginari sila. So,
okay.
We take note of the report.
Okay. Thank you. Councilor Akid Arroyo.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. On the previous item, Mr. Chair, I think rather than just sending a letter to Mr. Florendo, why can't we just ask him to appear now, considering that the letter he sent to us is dated December 12, so we must have information whether the citation tickets have already been issued. So maybe just have him appear before us so that we can be informed.
Okay. The Secretary is instructed to require the attendance of Mr. Ramon Florendo in today's session. Councilor Diasis. Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you. So we are now in item number
6, Mr. Chair.
By the way, we wish to acknowledge the presence of our City Budget Officer. He is now around, Mr. Frank Mendoza. Likewise, Engineer Ruben is here. Next item. 6.
Unfinished business number 6, letter dated December 30, 2017, of City Planning and Development Officer Wilfredo Pilias Jr. requesting for revalidation of the preliminary approval for locational clearance of the Deca Homes Grand Vale 3 located at Barangay San Felipe, and recommending favorable action on the request of and payment of a policy fee amounting to 6,240 pesos.
Any comment from the chairman of the Committee on Land Use?
Mr. Chair, I think the matter should be referred to the Committee on Land Use.
Okay, we refer this to your committee. Next item. Are we now ready to go back to item number 1? Okay, we will go back to item number 1.
Letter dated October 13, 2017, of His Honor the City Mayor, submitting the proposed annual budget of the city for 2018. And sub-item there too is the committee report of the Committee on Appropriations.
Councilor Cecilia Diasis.
If there is they can comply with the weddings of the two councilors during last session.
Okay, the rules are suspended. Councilor Baldimoro.
Mr. Chair, with due indulgence to our committee chair, could we take first the committee report?
Committee report. Councilor Del Castillo, before the committee report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I believe that this committee report was already deemed moot in academic because of what we have already agreed during the last regular session. We've taken up the annual budget last regular session, and actually it was already approved on second reading.
Okay.
So what's left, Mr. Chair, is for the budget officer to present to us the items that was the changes that was made during last Friday's regular session. Kung ano na simbagan mga itong mga queries, itong mga changes.
Okay.
That is me. Yun na lang nawawala to say.
Okay.
Because we are already treating this on the third reading.
Okay. Thank you, Councilor Del Castillo. Do I get it right that the only matter subject of the committee report is the proposed 2018 annual budget? And there are no other items therein? Okay. In which case, the Honorable Del Castillo is, we will have to sustain his position. So we will have to check whether all our suggestions, recommendations, proposed modifications during the last session were incorporated already in the printed proposed 2018 annual budget. Okay. And this is supposed to be already in an ordinance form. Where is the proposed ordinance? Do we have the copy of the proposed ordinance? Frank?
Mr. Chair, first of all the changes that were discussed last session were incorporated. For instance, those for ICAPC, Integrated City Agriculture and Fishery Council, was provided 220,000 pesos taken from the Power Commission. Likewise, donation for Sangguniang was restored to 3 million taken from the donation of the CSWDO, and the excess of 2.28 million or something has been added to electricity expenses. Basically, those were the major changes. The updated budget message is also included in the submitted budget today. It gives in more detail the items requested by Councilor Miles. For instance, how much is the personal services, MOE, and other items that is discussed in the budget message. But as for the request of Councilor Miles to break down the SDG, we apologize, we were not able to meet the deadline. Considering the ongoing PSB and last typhoon, medyo talaga ginawag kami sa oras. But I committed to Councilor Miles that we will provide that information maybe in later or next year. At any rate, that budget is aligned with the annual investment program, which in turn picks up from the comprehensive city development plan and the executive legislative agenda, which we would presume are aligned with the SDG. With regards to the ordinance format, we really do not have the pleasure of time to prepare the ordinance format, but the content would essentially be what is submitted today.
Any comment? In the absence of the proposed ordinance, can we suspend? Councilor Greg Abonal.
Mr. Chairman, there have been ordinances and resolutions that we approved in the past, including, in fact, annual budgets that did not present to us any written ordinance format. I think we can, if there are no more questions and objections, I would move for the adoption of for the approval of the 2018 expenditure annual budget, conjoint and collective motion.
Are we comfortable in approving our 2018 annual budget without the proposed ordinance? Councilor Del Castillo.
Mr. Chair, I believe that we should see the proposed ordinance embodying our 2018 budget in final form. We cannot just approve the budget without seeing that ordinance, because that ordinance, Mr. Chair, details all the appropriations contained in the 2018 budget.
Okay. So we suspend further deliberation on this matter until after we receive the proposed 2018 ordinance. Okay. Councilor Diasis. Okay. For the meantime, we proceed to the next item.
Unfinished business number 7, resolution number 005-2017 from the Naga City Senior Citizens Federation, entitled Resolution Requesting the Sangguniang Panglungsod through Honorable Nelson Ligacion, Vice Mayor, the approval of resolution passed by 2017 senior citizen counterparts to allocate 500,000 pesos annually as financial assistance to the Naga City Senior Citizens Federation to cover expenses of the Federation in support of its activities, both at city and barangay level.
Has this not been taken at the committee, Senior Citizens Committee. Councilor Abonal.
I have not been able to compare the two documents, the original that was submitted to the Joint Committee of Appropriation and Senior Citizen, Mr. Chairman, whether indeed or in fact this is a different copy, but the contents seem to be the same. Mr. Chairman, this matter has already been referred to both APRO and Senior Citizens Committee and has in fact been taken up twice. Unfortunately, the proponent was not there at the last session, so this one has been deferred again, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Thank you, Councilor Greg Abonal, for that information. In which case, I understand that the same subject matter will still have to be taken in the committee the next time that a hearing is convened. So we proceed to the next item. Councilor Del Castillo.
In connection with that item, Mr. Chair, I believe that per our proposed 2018 budget, a 2 million peso increase was already granted to senior citizens. So, what's the heck in asking for this 500,000 since we already decided on this, Mr. Chairman?
Okay. Nonetheless, this is still pending before the committee. So we will await for the final report. Councilor Abonal.
Lest we think that the additional 2 million may have covered this, the addition was just a matter of recording, transferring accounts from social welfare to senior citizen for proper recording, Mr. Chairman. But all those things already have provisions for expenditure. If ever this is approved, this will have to be an additional expenditure. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Abonal. We go back to item number 4, considering that Mr. Ramon Florendo is now here before us and whose presence is being acknowledged. The rules are suspended. Mon, please come forward. Question on the report? Councilor Akid Arroyo.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. First, we'd like to acknowledge the immediate effort undertaken by the City Enro in responding to the concern raised in this August chamber in the last session. In his letter, Mr. Chair, dated December 12, Mr. Florendo stated that the waterway has been cleared and now the water is flowing freely. So we are glad about that, and we hope that that will be maintained. One concern, Mr. Chair, in the letter is that Mr. Florendo stated that the citation ticket, considering the apparent violation was committed, was being prepared. Considering that the letter was prepared on December 12, that means the citation ticket should have already been served. So may we request an update on this matter, Mr. Chair?
Good morning, Mr. Chairman and members of the City Council. Good morning po. Last Friday po, I already delivered the notice of violation to property owner Mr. Eddie Crisini. In the letter, I cited specific violation on the city ordinance as regards the ordinance on violation on the obstruction of waterways, drainage, and other canals that within the territorial jurisdiction of the city of Naga. I made effort to study the various rules that is related on the case of Mr. Crisini. And I also mentioned that they, as per DNR administrative order, mayo lang po si papel sa kaya pinapakuha ko, that they are to observe the 3 meters easement from the bank of the creek. And I also mentioned that I will be issuing citation ticket as pertaining the penalty as mandated by our city ordinance. In the last part of my letter, I informed Mr. Casini that I am inviting him, supposed to be today at 9:30, for a brief meeting to discuss with him the various corrective measures that the city is requesting him to do, so that corrective measures will be adopted to avoid further occurrence of the flooding as mentioned by Honorable City Councilor Baldimoro. Yesterday po, Attorney Sales, the legal counsel of Mr. Casini, came over to the office. But I was in the morning, but I was with a selection board, so he was informed, and then he told my staff that he will be back in the afternoon, of which I agree. At 2:30, he came back, and fortunately, Mr. Alex Canning, the division chief of DNR EMB, was present in the morning, so I invited him, and we also invited the provincial officer of EMB to be with the meeting. So as it is, they came over. At 2:30, we had a brief meeting, and I narrated to Attorney Sales the predicament that Mr. Casini had brought to the Sagop Creek and the resulting flooding. And I told Attorney Sales that we are constrained to issue the citation ticket. Kasi nung Friday po, sinugo ko na si staff ko, nagdumano kay Mr. Casini, medyo day panggayo inako da ni Mr. Casini, so I did mention to Mr. Sales. Pero sabi niya, I will be discussing it with my client. So sabi ko, okay. Late afternoon po, again, I was requested because sabi niya, yaon da si engineer ni Mr. Casini, but I found out na yaon man si Mr. Casini. So we had a repetition of the discussion on the situation of the Sagop Creek. We agreed that tomorrow, jointly, we will be conducting an inspection together with Mr. Casini and the representative, yung mga engineer niya, including the DNR EMB Provincial Office and my office. So tomorrow po, ma-inspection po kami duman sa Sagop Creek. And I will reiterate to him the things that he should do. Sabi ko nga ni, iwa po kami ng short-term na request, iwa pa kami long-term na request. Pero siring po kayan, ito po palang letter na pigpadara ko, pig-consult ko po si Attorney Bragais. So the letter that I delivered was duly reviewed by Attorney Don Bragais.
Follow-up question, Councilor Rakid Arroyo, and then after you, Councilor Salvador del Castillo.
Well, two things, Mr. Chair. Does that mean, may we know whether the situation pictures one where Mr. Casini is not admitting his culpability?
He was mentioning that his property, may pinahilingan siyang poste na hilimi man ito na nasa tahaw na kaitong creek. Sinasabi niya, the creek had already eaten up part of his property. So, may sinasabi siyang mga measures na daiman agreeable duman sa EMB. So, sabi ko, kaya nga ni po nag-agree duman na hilingon talaga lugod si sitwasyon together with the EMB, the Environment Management Bureau of DNR, to settle because ang sinasabi niya, ano po naman, itong i-recover niya itong part katong property niya na kinakanakatong creek, tapos mabugtak siya ng mga ano daan, ng mga darakulang box culvert, pero sabi kang EMB, that is not allowed under the law. So we are on top of the situation, Madam Councilor.
Siguro first thing, it has been established that some debris, construction debris, have been dumped onto the creek, right? Which resulted in the obstruction of the waterway.
Yes, yes.
So that's a violation in itself. So has there been a citation for that, and did he admit that all those dumpings were theirs?
Initially po nga ni habo nindang i-admit. Tapi pinapahiling ko nga ni si three series of pictures na itong primero itong inspection na ginibok ang EMB sometime in August, tapos si second inspection tapos si third inspection na may mga duot na nga nitong debris nag-ano. But we hope to be able to settle it. The property owner, dahil pa siya nag-agree. So sabi niya, hilingon ta ngayon. Sabi nga niya, naglaw kayo nga kamo sa property na dahil ka mo nagpaisi. So sabi mi man, that sa public property, maman niya akong agihan, alangan man niya akong sa'yo kami maagi. So, but sabi niya, hilingon talukod niya so sitwasyon together with me. So sabi ko, okay.
Yes. I believe there are, the way it is being presented to us now, Mr. Chair, there are certain facts which I believe must really be established first. I'm moving that the matter be referred to the Committee on Environment, Mr. Chair, on the aspect of rectification. But on the aspect of violation, I believe the matter should be now transmitted to the city legal officer so that he will also undertake the necessary legal step to enforce the liability of the subject property owner. May we know from Mr. Florendo, Mr. Chair, if he has already made a computation as to the cost that the city has incurred in clearing the waterway, because that must be charged against the property owner, and he must have already been informed of how much that have costed the city government. Have we made a computation?
May mapong computation because ang ginibong mi lang po naman, pig-clear mi si Sapa. Yes. Kaitong mga basura, debris, pero ito pong actual na, ito pong naghulog na mga earthfill materials plus the siltation, may pamapupighiro. Takay po ang po naman ang heavy equipment. In fact, Mr. Cresini was saying na may mga heavy equipment man ako pag na-found out na talaga, tapos nakasettle kita kung sa inang boundaries and magtugot ang DNR EMB, isa indang i-extract dato. So sabi ko, okay man. So ano po ito? Ordinary clearing po kay itong mga basura plus itong mga nagturubong mga duot, pighawan kang joint Enro Suamo and CEO. Opo.
Yes, I believe the matter should be referred to the Committee on Environment, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
So, the matter is referred to the Committee on Environment, but of course without prejudice to what the city legal officer is ought to do and your office. Okay.
Yes.
Councilor Salvador del Castillo, and then after you, Councilor Elmer Palimon.
Actually, malinaw naman na may violation si Mr. Cresini. So pero with your indulgence to Mr. Florendo, garo kaya nagluluwas na may secret kawig di Mr. Chair. Na tayo mahiro-hiro. Si mga tao pa ni Mon, iba ang pigigibo, kisa kang trabaho nila dapat gibuhon. Kaya anong problema ito? Kaya nag-argue yan kaya dahil, well, sabi ko nga, pasensya pero ikaw ang kapabayaan sa part kanito. Kaya nangyari yan.
Okay. Councilor Baldemoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Primero po, pasalamatan ko ang group ni Mr. Mon Florendo for the immediate action. Dahil kung dahil po na-clear itong waterway, baka mas grabe sinapo katong mga taga Sitio, California. Another, Mr. Chair, may request that I'll be invited during the committee hearing of the Committee on Environment since dahil po ako member kang Committee on Environment. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So with that, we will now excuse Mr. Ramon Florendo. Thank you, Mon. Thank you. We proceed to the next. Councilor Abonal.
Mr. Chair, since we've been going back to items, may I request just a short moment for the item submitted by the engineer on the concreting of the road leading out of the proposed eastbound terminal. If you will see, Mr. Chairman, on his first page, there is an entry, the first page of the computations. Can we...
Christine?
Page 1 of the report. I wonder why this might be a misprint or there may be a missing portion. Item under Program of Works, item number 10000, and then all of a sudden it's number 3 others. Whereas all the other reports had number 1 materials, number 2 something else, equipment, and number 3, if we go up, you will see that there are other items. But the first entry only has item number 3 and others. There might be a missing portion. In any case, Mr. Chairman, this was going to be submitted to the executive for his consideration. Mr. Chairman, you will recall that 3 sessions or 2 sessions ago, I asked for early action on preparation, and therefore we asked for the costing, how much it would cost to acquire property for the construction of the road and for the relocation of the settlers. This one appears to be partial response. Do we know whether we already have response for estimated cost of acquiring the private property? Do we also have the costing for the relocation from the housing department, Mr. Chair?
We have not yet received any communication from the HSDO as well as from the City Appraisal Committee. The cost for the acquisition must come from the City Appraisal Committee.
Yeah, in which case can we...
I do not recall us having issued the corresponding instruction. Now, for this reason and for the purpose, the Secretary is so instructed to inform the committee of this directive coming from the Sangguniang Panlungsod.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. This one is only for the concreting, but for the road acquisition of the portion.
That will be from a separate source.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, but I pointed out there must be a misprint there somewhere because it begins with item number 3. Either we're missing numbers 1 and 2, or that must be...
I do not know. I am not an engineer, but I think that is how the office classify or prepare the program of works. Take a look at the summary of the estimates. Christine, summary of estimates. All prior items indicated in the summary are actually therein found in the program of works. So I am assuming that the desired data is complete.
Yeah, but as I pointed out, Mr. Chairman, that might be a misprint or something is missing.
Which one?
The page 1 of the detailed report, Mr. Chair. Which line is that? That's the line under item 100, scope, area. And then you jump to number 3, others. Kung number 3 po yan, there must be number 1, there must be number 2. O baka naman talaga number 1 lang ang others?
Or that might be a typographical error.
That's what I'm saying. It's either that's an error, must be number 1 or whatever. Pero bakit others? Normally, others in addition to some items mentioned earlier.
Anyway, can we leave this to the executive? Okay. We shall now proceed to the next item.
Unfinished business number 8, letter dated December 8, 2017 of Engineer Leon Palmiano de Fort, City Engineer, informing that their office is not anymore occupying the donated property and it is now occupied by the Solid Waste Management Office.
Noted. Councilor Abonel.
This one apparently is action on a letter coming from the supposed owner of the lot that was misoccupied, Mr. Chair. Engineer Palmiano says that he has referred the letter to Joel Martin, Engineer Joel Martin, because apparently they are, I mean, it's the SWMO that may be actually occupying the space that's being cited. Can we ask Engineer Martin for an immediate reply on the matter, because garo kita, Mr. Chair, ang nakakapirwisyo, sana mabilis din ang action natin.
Okay. Mr. Chairman. The acting secretary will please send the corresponding communication to Engineer Joel Martin. We proceed to the next item.
Unfinished business number 9, letter dated December 16, 2017 of Engineer Ruben Shah, President of RSPRDC, requesting to officially direct the Committee on Transportation to continue the long postponed TWG presentation headed by CPDO Willie Pelias.
Any comment from the chairman of the Committee on Transportation on this?
Mr. Chair, as much as we would like to further entertain the concerns of Engineer Bensia, but I think 2 sessions ago, City Councilor Labadia Jr. moved that the same be referred to the Committee on Transport. And nobody seconded the motion, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
So, I think...
and besides with the adoption, with the enactment of the proposed TOR,
yes,
reduced in an ordinance, this may now be considered as moot and academic. Okay. Councilor Labadia Jr.
Mr. Chairman, I thought the Honorable Del Rosario is making a motion that this particular item be referred to his committee. So I was seconding. Since he did not, Mr. Chairman, I would like to move that this particular item be referred to the Committee on Transport, Mr. Chairman, with respect to the company that give Naga City the 4-hectare slot. For consideration, Mr. Chairman, in the spirit of Christmas, I would like to move that this particular item be referred to the Committee on Transport. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Do I hear a second? Is there an objection? Councilor Del Rosario, you are objecting for reason earlier mentioned. Okay? Councilor Del Castillo?
Anapot ko, Mr. Chair, ano pa man pag-uurulayan sa committee?
Okay.
I was a member of the committee. So, for our guidance, ano pa ang pag-uurulayan sa committee?
Councilor Julian Labadia Jr., since you made a motion,
Mr. Chairman, sabi nga ni Kayan, habang may buhay, may pag-asa. So simple, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
Pag-i-request yan duman para mapag-ulayan. Kung nagsabi ang committee okay, ang nahiling midigdiyo, talagang mayo na, may ordinansa na kami, so malaki kita magiginibo. Isipon mo, Mr. Chairman, ang nagsusurat sa tuya, Mr. Chairman, sarong nagsakripisyo para mag-asenso ang Naga. Sarong korporasyon na nagtaoning lote para magkaigwa kita ng Coliseum. Ang sarong korporasyon, Mr. Chairman, na nagtao sa tuya kang Central Business Terminal, ang bus terminal. Dito man lang 5 paunrahan na i-refer man lang sa committee para madangog. Pag dahil na, di sabihan ta, di ka na magbalikig di, Engineer Ben siya. Daw yan si Engineer Ben, paunrahan ta na. Christmas, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
It's the spirit of Christmas. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, the Honorable, my compadre, Attorney Salvador del Castillo. Salamat po.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Julian Labadia Jr. We will have to decide on this. Those in favor of the motion, kindly raise your right hand. The motion is to refer this matter to the Committee on Transportation. So those in favor of the motion, kindly raise your right hand. Before that, Councilor Greg Abunal.
Mr. Chairman, some 2 or... Yes.
Please proceed, Councilor Abunal.
Some 2 or 3 sessions ago, Mr. Chairman, I pointed out na dayan mapundo si Engineer Bencia. Dayan mapundo, taano, si Inot na hinahagad niya, dahil isa yan na itao. And that is the presentation to the task force, I mean, the working group. Kaya nga dayan mapundo.
Okay.
And again, here he is asking for it. Ito po kayang mga meeting na pigahagan niya para mag-present, i-present sa plano and everything else. Dahil ito na itao sa iya. Now, I'm not lawyering for Engineer Bencia. All I'm saying is, dayan mapundo.
Okay. So we will have to decide. Those in favor of the motion to refer this item to the Committee on Transportation. What is being withdrawn? Okay, may I know from Councilor Del Rosario, it appears that you have a spokesperson. So, may we know if you are withdrawing your opposition? In other words, you are not withdrawing your opposition. Okay. In which case, those in favor of the motion, kindly raise your right hand.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Those against?
1, 2.
Is there an abstention? Is there an abstention? 1. So by a vote of 7 in favor, 3 against, and 1 abstention, the motion is approved. This item is referred to the Committee on Transportation.
Next.
Okay.
Unfinished business number 10. Administrative Order number 2017-007. Rationalizing the implementation of on-the-job training work immersion and other programs involving exposure of students to a work environment within the city government, and creating the Naga City Student Training Coordinating Team and defining its composition and functions.
Okay. Let's merely take note of this. Councilor Salvador del Castillo.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. What's the action being sought from us?
None?
So, okay. So I agree with the chair that we just take note of this.
Okay, so this item is we're not referring this to the committee. We merely take note of this. Councilor Greg Abonal.
Earlier in the year, Mr. Chairman, the matter was referred to a committee. The matter relative to students coming over for on-the-job training or anything similar to that. It was referred to the committee, after which we recommended approval by the mayor. Right now, with this administrative order, I can see that I think it's a shortcut to having to refer every request of every senior high school, especially, and every other higher level institution, having to refer matters every time a request comes, having to refer the matter to the Sanggunian and then to a committee for hearing and then for approval. And by that time has lapsed. In fact, the last case that we had, the school that was requesting for such arrangement had to be adjusting their schedule because of our own schedule. Nagpapa-approve sila, it's referred to a committee, it takes 1 or 2 weeks, it goes back to the Sanggunian another week, and then it's referred to the city mayor. I think the administrative order is to fast-track action on the matter. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Besides, I think we have already taken action on this. We have passed a resolution authorizing the city mayor, right? On any work immersion program.
The one that I remember, Mr. Chairman, was the request of Leon Mercado High School. We passed a resolution authorizing him to enter into a memorandum of agreement on the matter. Now, I think to fast-track everything, he has made an administrative group that would handle the matter. Thank you, Mr.
But if he has to enter into any kind of contract with any other schools, the city mayor has to come to us for an authority. That has always been the rule, and the rule has not yet changed.
The reason why the case of the Leon Mercado High School, Mr. Chairman, was referred to the Sanggunian, and we gave authority for.
That's correct.
Now,
that's correct.
I think to avoid repetition of so many of these requests, he has made an administrative order that simply sets aside the long process with the Sanggunian and just refer it to the 3-man committee, I think, Mr. Chair.
But that does not exempt that the requirement of prior authority from the Sanggunian.
In other words, Mr. Chairman, even with this administrative order, all requests for at least 7 other public high schools will have to come to us.
That's correct. That's correct. Especially if that will entail expenditure on the part of the city government of Naga.
No, the case of Leon Mercado entailed no expenditure, Mr. Chairman.
Nonetheless, just the same. Okay. As I was saying, the local government code has not yet been amended. The rule before was the same as the rule now. Okay. So we proceed to the next item.
Committee report of the Ways and Means dated December 14, 2017.
By the way, do you want a break? Do you want a break? We have guests from the Children's Joy Foundation Incorporated who wants to what? To sing us some songs. For the meantime, we take a break. Our guest from the Children's Joy Foundation Incorporated. You can come forward. You can come forward, and then the other members of this body who would like to stay, you may stay. Those who are already hungry can take their snacks. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. We are from the Children's Joy Foundation, a non-stop, non-profit, private institution licensed and attested by the Department of Social Welfare and Development since 1998. Our foundation has
Sa satuyang pagselebrar liwat kan kamundagan kan satuyang kagurangnan ngunya na taon, magserbi manlugod pagirumdum ang selebrasyon na ini kan karahayan kan pagkamuot asin pagtarabangan. Ipagpa Diyos mabalusta ang mga biyayang naresibi asin mariresibi pa. Urug na ang balaog nin buhay asin maugmang pamilya. Sa pagsabata sa bagong taon, maginguwa kitang hipnuan an anuman na pagkukulang sa mga relasyon ta sa iba asin sa komunidad, kaibaan bilog tang pamilya. Sa ngaran kan sa kuyang pamilya asin kan sangguniang panlunsod sa pangingenot ni Vice Mayor Nelson Legacion, ini po si Mayor John Bongat, minapaabot sa Indo nin maugmang Pasko asin mas mauswag pang bagong taon.
Aram ba ganindo na igo kitang pwedeng dulukon kung igo kitang reklamo sa mga abusadong pulis? Yaon ng People's Law Enforcement Board o PLEB na binilog sa irarom kan Akta Republika 6975 asin 8551. Ang PLEB saro sa mga opisina na may kapangyarihan na dangugon, resolbaran asin desisyonan ang mga kaso administratibo na sinaangat kan si isay man na namamanwaan laban sa kapulisan na naglapa sa indang katungdan. Sa siyudad ning Naga, ang PLEB binibilog ninda Attorney Mila Francia bilang chairperson, Attorney asin konsihala Miles Regid Arroyo bilang vice chairperson, retirado koronel asin dating konsihal Jose Tuason, punong barangay Buboy Salva, dating punong barangay Antonio Amparado, asin konsihal Lit
Merry Christmas.
Sa satuyang pagselebrar liwat kan kamundagan kan satuyang kagurangnan ngunya na taon, magserbi manlugod pagirumdum ang selebrasyon na ini kan karahayan kan pagkamuot asin pagtarabangan. Ipagpa Diyos mabalusta ang mga biyayang naresibi asin mariresibi pa. Urog na ang balaog nin buhay asin maugmang pamilya. Sa pagsabata sa bagong taon, maginguwa kitang hipnuan an anuman na pagkukulang sa mga relasyon ta sa iba asin sa komunidad, kaibaan bilog tang pamilya. Sa ngaran kan sa kuyang pamilya asin kan sangguni ang panlunsod sa pangingenot ni Vice Mayor Nelson Legacion, ini po si Mayor Jan Bongat, minapaabot sa Indo nin maugmang Pasko asin mas mauswag pang bagong taon.
Unya na Pasko, padanayon niyato ang pagkamuot asin pagkasararo sa satuyang pamilya asin kapwa. Magpasalamat kita sa mga balaog na naresibi asin iheras naman ini sa ibang tao, lalo na sa mga nangangaipo. Ini po si Vice Mayor Nelson Legacion, kaibanan si Mayor Jan Bongat, asin ang gabos na miyembros kan sangguni ang panlunsod. Nagpapaabot nin maugmang Pasko asin mas progresibong bagong taon. Burunyog po kita sa padagos na pag-asenso kan Naga.
Dakol na mga pangyayari.
Minsan dipisil.
Mamundo.
Maugma.
Asin makulor.
Mga selebrasyon ng buhay.
Pagkamuot.
Heroismo asin kasaysayan.
Husay asin tibay.
Asin marambong na kultura.
Dagmang na mga bareta.
Istorya ng pagbangon.
Napano ng paglao.
Istorya kang mga nagenyo na
Napano ni inspirasyon.
Naglaladawan kan sa indang higos.
Pamautan, mas pang maguswag.
Ini asig iba pang impormasyon na mahalaga.
Ang samuyang ihahatod sa Indo.
Mga okasyon na may rimpos sa puso.
Ang samuyang hihimuon.
Gainong ka mapapagal.
Para sana mapagserbihan kamo.
Ini po ang samung pagdusay para sa lambang nagenyo.
Hali po sa Saindong City Events, Protocol and Public Information Office asin Naga Smiles to the World Team.
Bagmang Pasko asin mauswag na bagong taon sa Indo Gabos! Ha!
Malipot ang banggi at huyop kan duros. Nagpapaisip na yaon na ang hinahalat niya to. Pagkamundag ni Jesu Kristo. Uyan na naman ang Kapaskuhan sa mga harong. Nakabiritay-an paron. Nagkikiriman kiman mga ilaw na tekulo. Lakaw digdi, lakaw duman mga aking nangangarot. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, ang sa tuyang ikura. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, sa tuyang ikanta. Kapaskuhan sa irisay ang sa tuyang tatawan. Regalo digdi, regalo naman, hinahalan kan kaakian dai masukot, nagkaugmahan dai malilingawan.
Aram ba ganindo na igo kitang pwedeng dulukon kung igo kitang reklamo sa mga abusadong pulis? Yaon ang People's Law Enforcement Board o PLEB na binilog sa irarom kan Akta Republika 6975 as in 8551. Ang PLEB saro sa mga opisina na may kapangyarihan na dangugon, resolbaran, asin desisyonan ang mga kaso administratibo na sinaangat kan si isay man na namamanwaan laban sa kapulisan na naglapa sa indang katungdan. Sa siyudad ning Naga, ang PLEB binibilog ninda Attorney Mila Francia bilang chairperson, Attorney asin konsihala Miles Regid Arroyo bilang vice chair, Chairperson, retirado koronel asin dating konsihal Jose Tuason, punong barangay Buboy Salva, dating punong barangay Antonio Amparado, asin konsihal Lito del Rosario bilang mga miyembros. Ang pulis dapat nagsiserbi asin nangangataman sa namamanwaan. Kung may sumbong, makipag-ulay sa pleb, mag-upod o mag-text sa 0908-279-7619 o magbisita sa indang opisina na yaon sa City Hall. Naga City People's Law Enforcement Board para sa matanos na kapulisan, kasurok, kan namamanwaan. Ang pagirumdum na ini hatod sa Indo kan gobyerno lokal kan Naga sa pamamayo ni Alcalde Jan Bonga asin Vice Alcalde Nelson Ligasyon sa paagi kan City Events, Protocol and Public Information Office. Tig-ura na naman mga tugang, kaya naglalangkaban na naman ang mga helang, urog na ang dengue. Paano kita makakaiwas sa dengue? Uyan mga tips. Enot, kung may flower vase, ribayan ang tubig kaini sarong bes kada simana. Ikadua, linigan ang mga sagurong kan atop, siguruhon na mahali ang mga dahon, asin ati na nakabagat sa pagbulos kan tubig uran. Ikatulo, siguruhon na daining tubig ang magamit na ruweda, lata, bote o tansan, o tubon, ang proper waste disposal. Ikaapat, siguruhon na maining tubig ang saludan kan refrigerator asin katuhan. Ikalima, takupan ang mga balde asin mga drum na tinitipunan nin tubig. Ikaano, magsuulot din mga halabang bado na mataon ng proteksyon sa mga braso asin tabay. Ikapito, linigan ang palibot urog na ang makali. Asin ang ikawalo, kung may kalintura na ning duwang aldaw, asin may rashes na ang kublit, magpakonsulta tulos sa pinakarating health center asin ospital.
Ini po si Mayor Jan Bongkat. Tarabangan ta pong sugpuon ang dengue. Araw-alaw ta pong linigan ang palibot kan sa tuyang harong. Sa disiplina asin kalinigan. Hela, malilikayan.
Ang pagirumdum na ini hatod sa Indo kan gobyerno lokal kan Naga sa paagi kan City Events, Protocol and Public Information Office asin kan City Health Office.
During the time that we conducted the committee hearing, the chairman is indisposed, so this representation presided over the committee hearing.
Okay.
So may I proceed, Mr. Chair?
Yes, the report is duly acknowledged.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Actually, Mr. Chairman, during the committee hearing, the committee was not able to muster a quorum. That's why we decided that we will just elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Palunsod as a committee of the whole. So I move, Mr. Chair, that we convene ourselves as a committee of the whole.
Any second? Without objection, same is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Item number 1 of the report is the letter dated September 25, 2017 from Mr. Francisco Mendoza, head of the GMR Museum Transition Committee, submitting the proposed terms and conditions for the lease of the coffee shop at the GMR Museum. May I proceed with the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Okay, please proceed.
But before that, during the committee hearing, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Mendoza illustrated on the proposal, and the committee members present requested Mr. Mendoza that a revised draft of the proposed that will be contained in the proposed terms and conditions be submitted to the committee. And on December 15, we have already received the revised draft of the things that should be incorporated in the proposed lease agreement. So, disposition, the committee resolved to wait for the revised copy of the terms and conditions for the list of the GMR Coliseum and to recommend to the Sangguniang Palunsod the approval of the said terms and conditions. In as much as we have already received, Mr. Chair, the proposed terms and conditions for the list of the museum, may I request Ms. Apin to that's the terms and conditions for the information of the members of the committee of the Sangguniang Palunsod. So if there are certain comments, we are very much willing to answer that, Mr. Chairman.
Any comment? Are we now approving the proposed terms and conditions for the lease of the GMR Museum Cafe?
Revise.
We are assuming that this one is the revised document, and that all matters therein stated are in accordance with the discussion during the committee hearing.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Actually, I already reviewed the terms and conditions as revised, and I found out that all the matters that we've discussed during the committee hearing was already incorporated therein. But for the body to better appreciate it, Mr. Chairman, that's why we are giving time. We are giving them time to comment.
So what legislative document is being expected from the Sangguniang Palunsod?
The authority,
a resolution or an ordinance?
For the mayor, Mr. Chair, to enter into a list of agreement of the cafe at the GMR Museum.
Without
that's the legislative action that is being sought from us.
Will this still go through the usual process of bidding?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. So, motion?
So, if there are no more comments, Mr. Chair, I move that we pass a resolution authorizing the city mayor to enter into lease the coffee shop at the GMR Coliseum subject to ratification of the Sangguniang.
I thought a bidding will still be conducted.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
So we cannot yet authorize the mayor to enter into an agreement.
So first we will approve the terms and conditions for the lease.
Okay. So this is a mere approval of the terms and condition.
Condition of the lease.
Any second? Without objection, same is approved.
Item B is letter dated September 27, 2017 from Mrs. Pacincia Tabinas, Chairperson, Naga City Employees and Workers Cooperative, requesting for the amendment of Ordinance Number 2011-047. For the information of the body, Mr. Chairman, Ordinance Number 2011-047 fixes the rate of the rental rate of the commercial spaces downstairs. It enumerates a 10-year rental, 10-year period with the corresponding rental rate for the use of the spaces downstairs. So, can I go to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Please proceed.
Thank you. Disposition, the body resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Palunsod, number 1, to suspend the 10% increase in the rental of the stools at the Naga City People's Hall commercial spaces for a maximum of 3 years and to impose the present rate for the meantime. And number 2, to authorize the city mayor to enter into a new contract with the Naga City Employees and Workers Cooperative. And number 3, to extend the terms of the lease until a new contract is entered into by and between the city government of Naga and the Naga City Employees Workers Cooperative. So on the first item, Mr. Chair, I move that we suspend the implementation of the 10% increase in the rental rate, adapting the rate, the present rate at the commercial spaces downstairs.
Any second? Without objection, same is approved.
Number 2, I move that we pass a resolution authorizing the city mayor to enter into a new contract with the Naga City Employees and Workers Cooperative.
Any second? Same is approved.
And the last, Mr. Chair, also a resolution extending the term of the lease until a new contract is entered into. As an information, Mr. Chair, the contract of lease already expired sometime in March this year. So the terms is being renewed on a month-to-month basis based on following the provisions of the Civil Code of the Philippines.
So if we are extending the term of the lease, the extension is for the period under existing law.
Yes, yes, please.
And if that is the case, do we still have to pass a resolution to that effect?
Actually, Mr. Chairman, it will follow the provisions of the Civil Code. There is no need for any...
Okay. In which case, we will no longer pass the necessary resolution. Okay.
So that ends my report, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Salvador del Castillo. Can we go back to item number 1? Okay, Councilor Diasis.
Centavos. So I therefore move, Mr. Chair, on joint and collective motion.
So the total is 1.198. Okay. On joint and collective motion? Okay. Thank you, Councilor Diasis.
Congratulations, Frank Mendoza.
Thank you also, Mr. Frank Mendoza, our very able city budget officer. At the same time, our human resource officer. former city agriculturist, former terminal manager, former department head of the city abattoir. Okay. We will now proceed to the next item. By the way, we requested the presence of Mrs. Paciencia Tabinas. She is now before us. The rules are suspended. Mrs. Tabinas, we have some concerns involving your office. Will you please come forward? You may approach the podium and kindly respond to some concerns of the Sangguniang Panlunsod. We start with that one raised by Councilor Del Castillo, the matter of the payment of salaries. Councilor Del Castillo.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Actually, Mr. Chair, nagre-reklamo na ang mga empleyado dahil pitsa 18 nakasuugma dahil pa nagsusurildo ka naman to 15. And we understand na mayo man kaipuhan na attachment sa payroll for the first quincena of the month. So gusto ta maaraman, ano ang dahilan kung taano ta nagkakaarabalaan na pagsweldo kan mga empleyado?
Ching? Good morning po to all the members of the Sangguniang Panlunsod and all those present this morning. Regarding po duman sa salary for December 1 to 15, nagkaigwa po kita nin year-end adjustment, ito po bagang sa BIR, dahil at the end of the year, kaya po zero tax due na kita. Kaya si ito pong mga adjustment, kinumpute na po ito poon January until December, so dapat po 0-0 na kita. Kaya na-issue po bagay kita sa Indonin itong BIR Form 2316, tax due equals tax withheld. Kaya po, itong in-charge naman sa BIR, kaya po i-compute gabos to the last centavo, ngunyan po, i-encode naman ito saro-saro sa kada empleyado para si gabos mong withholding tax should be equal to your tax due at the end of the year. Computed naman po yan si makukuatang bonus, kaya yarao na po yan dyan gabos. Kaya ito pong sa tuyang payroll clerk, saro-saro niya po itong na-i-encode. Natapos po ito siguro mga first week of December, pig-encode niya po saro-saro. And then, yan po. Pero po si first batch, second batch, tapos na po. And payroll of the Sangguniang Panlunsod, tapos na po last yesterday. Yaw na po, igwa na po kamong ATM, nakalaog na po. Kaya ngunyan po, piga-process si third batch.
The third batch would include which offices?
Mga other offices po siguro. Si first batch po siguro mga 15 offices. Tapos si second batch yesterday. Depende po kaya kung nakakasubmit sindanin. Ito pong 1 to 15 ta, dumanta po pigsusubmit itong mga DTR of last month. Kaya ang mayo ta pong attachment na payroll, ito pong 16 to 30. Iyo po ito ang mayong attachment. Pero po ang 1 to 15 payroll, yaon po dyan ang attachment ta sa si mga DTR, si mga leave, si gabos pong mga attachment for the last month. Diyan ta po a-attach itong data for the last month. Araw niya na December, ang attachment po kadto si November na mga data.
Okay. Any other question on the matter of the employee's salary? Because if none, yes, Councilor Del Castillo.
So, dapat siguro para dahil magpareklamo ang mga empleyado, pinaaram tayo na earlier, Mr. Chair, na siyempre si empleyado nag-aasakan si sweldo. Big-brought out ko lang si sentiment, Mr. Chair,
okay.
mga empleyado.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. But pwedeng sa sunod ma-inform si mga empleyado, pirmi man kitang may flag ceremony? Diba?
Okay. Sorry po duman sa delay ngunyan. Although talaga pong at year-end, pirmi man po yan nangyayari. Yan mga year-end adjustment. Lalong-lalo na po ngunyan, igwa po kitang big process ng mga benefits. Primero nag-process po kita katong PEI, sa ngunyan po piga-process ta na naman itong bago. Sunod-sunod naman po si processing digdi sa mga ibata man ng mga volunteers, kaya nagkasabay-sabay na po yan ngunyan.
Okay.
Halos gabos po nagpapaprocess urgent.
Okay.
Yep.
Councilor Ann Rintoy.
Opo. Ito pong mga batches, depende po ito until na makasubmit sila ka itong required documentation. Kaya po itong mga first batch, yun po ito sila mga nakakomply na. Kaya for example po ang Sangguniang Panlunsod, nakakomply lang po yesterday. Kaya kasugma lang po kita nakagibo.
Department, may duwag ang priyada na tayo nakakomply kung department tama ito.
Daiman po. Minsan po, iyo po. Minsan po na maigwa kitang itong inaapod na laglag payroll. Kaya si mga dai naka-comply, hinahali na po yan, inaayon na duman sa mga laglag. Kaya alam mo niyan, last day of the month na po, pig-consider ta na. Dahil ang masunod po kayan, 2018 na. Lalo na po siyang maaabala. Pero itong mga last month, talagang nilalaglag tanaw naman po yan duman sa imong payroll, and then you will be given a payroll which will be processed 1 month after. Yun po yan ang satuyang memorandum. Dahil taon na ninleksyon itong mga nagpapahuri-huri. Ano ba po, kaya talagang tinutuyo man na nagpapahuri.
Okay. Sige. On another matter, this is pertaining to deadline in the availment of, for instance, ICs. We were informed that you had set a deadline. Is that correct?
For AX, dahil man pong deadline sa AX.
Meaning even for December 27, 28, 29?
Siguro I understand na ito pong deadline, a deadline for submission of the accounts payable for those expenses that were already incurred or supplies that have already been delivered and services that have already been rendered. Kaya po ang pong i-payable ta po ito at the end of the year. Dahil pagkadaay po, magkakaigwa na naman po nin resolution na ito i-charge sa
So
next
there is a deadline
month.
for that?
May deadline po kita on the 22nd. Dang paluwas po kami ng sarong memo.
December 22.
22 po.
But
dahil ang budget po, nagpaluwas man.
For AX, there is no deadline.
Dahil po ang AX, ipapa-obligate lang po, sir. Dahil pagka dain nakasubmit nin kompletong document, as long as it was treated as payable account, anytime po pwede na po yan i-release.
Meaning we can still avail even beyond December 22.
Pwede po, as long as we treat that as payable. I-submit po sa mo ang mga requirements.
How can we do that?
Igwa po
if certain clients will be coming on the, say, 27th or 28th.
Si mga AX. Siguro po matao po kitang allowance dahil siguro summary lang po, and pagka igwa na kamong summary, di duman na lang po kita ma-base katong sa tuyang obligation.
Meaning you are
payable.
telling us to submit a summary on or before December 22?
At the end of the month po. Dahil kami po...
At the end of the month. Okay.
Dahil po kami nagatao man po kami kaya nin allowance.
Okay.
For
so
those na...
Actually, that is the reason why we also invited Mrs. Annabel Vargas to appear in today's session. So it is now clear, Mrs. Vargas, that we can still avail of this item even up to December
siguro po mga duman po sa mga
30 or 29.
Oo.
29.
Pero po dapat na obligate man po yan sa budget dahil ang budget po once na dai man hindi obligated dai may man po yan mapipayable.
Any comment from Mrs. Vargas? Especially that statement na na-obligate na sa budget. I am finding difficulty understanding that.
So actually, good morning po. Maray na aga po, as in Merry Christmas sa Gabus. So ang problema... Namumula ako, Ma'am Ching. Kasi, bako pong pa sila nga exam mo. Kasi pag pina-obligate na po, kasi dapat siya na po ang papers. So kung ma-deadline ka po ng 29, na maabot pa lang ang mga kliyente, so paano mo siya magigibuan ng summary?
Sabi mo po, at siguro mga first week of January,
Okay.
Pwede mo pa po yan na i-payable account. As long as na-obligate po. Dahil ang budget office po, nag-deadline man sila na an obligation until 15. Kaya siguro po mataumanin allowance ang budget office na until araw kaya na panahon, ma-obligate sila. Allowance man po yan.
Sir, according to the budget officer, they can extend.
Depende po sa budget.
Okay, so we have
First week.
for liquidation, we have until the first week of January.
Iyo po, pwede
But
mo
of
po
course,
yan.
the expenditure for IKES is
Iyo
only
po.
up to December 29, the last working day. Okay. So with that, do you still have any question? If none, we will now excuse Mrs. Annabel Vargas, Mrs. Paciencia Tabinas.
Thank you po.
Thank you very much. Merry Christmas.
Thank you po, and Merry Christmas din sa Gabos.
Pigbutong. Pigbutong, nahiling ko. Okay, we now proceed to the next item.
Unfinished business number 12, committee report of the Committee of Barangay Affairs, dated December 14, 2017.
Okay. Councilor Tomas Ramon Sanchez Jr. to render the report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I request for the acknowledgement of my report.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
There is only one business for the day. So, during the committee hearing, wala po kaming quorum. So, may I recommend to the Sangguniang as committee as a whole for this report.
Okay.
Resolution number 2017-05 by Honorable Raymark Pilayo and Pelagio and Honorable Emmanuel P. Imperial, entitled Resolution requesting His Honor the City Mayor John G. Bongat to allocate funds for the proposed construction of a covered court in Zone 1, San Felipe, Naga City. So may I go directly to the disposition of the committee?
Please proceed.
So, on motion of Councilor Vidal, Honorable Vidal, P. Castillo, seconded by Esmeralda Luna, the committee recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod for the approval of the construction of the covered court located at Zone 1, Barangay San Felipe of the city, allocating fund amounting to 4 million pesos. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Where do we charge the 4 million pesos? Councilor Vidal Castillo.
LDF, Mr. Chairman. Local Development Fund.
Under the current budget, do we still have that? Do we still have that amount?
Local Development Fund, 18 Local Development Fund, Mr. Chairman.
Chargeable against the local development fund
Of the current year.
of the current year.
I think, Mr. Chair,
Did you ask from the city budget officer if the needed funding requirement is still available for 2017?
So, sabi po, kasi ba, Mr. Prac, ang hinapot ko, maybe next year na po na isa-charge tayo.
So, can we just pass a resolution endorsing favorably this request for the construction of a basketball court to the mayor?
Covered court po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, Councilor Salvador del Castillo.
Just a query, Mr. Chair. Saan ang Sunwan kan San Felipe?
Right in front of the residence of Mr. Renato San Juan.
Itong pigibuan, Mr. Chair, katong Christmas party kan mga senior citizen.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
So, move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Without objection, same is approved.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Councilor
Merry Christmas, Tagabos.
Sanchez Jr. Next item.
Unfinished business number 13, committee report of the Committee on Games and Amusement.
Who will render the report?
Mr. Chairman, may I request the Honorable Rayan Rintoy to do the report?
Mr. Chairman, there was no quorum, so I move that we convert ourselves as a committee of the whole to tackle the committee on and...
Same is approved.
First item, letter dated July 28, 2017 of Attorney Vanessa O. Noval, Counsel for the Isaro Gaming Corporation, requesting for the renewal of permit to operate the following: electronic bingo located at ALDP Plaza Mall and electronic and traditional bingo located at SM City Naga. Considering that this is a renewal, Mr. Chairman, and based from the previous committee hearings of the Committee on Games and Amusement, there were already series of inspections conducted by the City Treasurer's Office relative to the units and to the amounts being paid to the city government of Naga. So I move that we pass a resolution approving the renewal of franchises of the two bingo houses located at ALDP Plaza and at SM City Naga.
Any second? Without objection, same is approved.
Two separate resolutions, Mr. Chairman. There is no indicated proposed year as to the validity of the permit. So, with the indulgence of the members of the Committee on Games and Amusement,
usually it's 3 years. It's 3 years.
So
and
for
it
3
is in
years.
the form of an ordinance, this being considered a franchise. Okay? So we are passing an ordinance. Councilor Greg Abonal.
Yung pong bingo sa SM committed violations in the past.
Yes.
But that's over.
Correct.
Ever since I think a lawyer has been hired to really help them, they've been good at observing the rules. So I think this time 3 years would be fine, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So 3 years by way of an ordinance. Two separate ordinances.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Ray Anrentoy. Next item.
Letter dated December 18, 2017 from City Treasurer Gregoria Nelda Abonal, forwarding her recommendations as to the ordinance of Barangay Calawag, the Barangay Revenue
We
Code of
refer this
2000.
to the Committee on Laws and Ordinances. Next item.
Letter from the CEO regarding the presentation of flood control
We
system.
calendar this on January 9. January 9. Next item.
New business, unfinished business number 16, the ordinance reorganizing and effecting functional changes in the city events protocol and public information system.
Councilor Ray Anrentoy.
But we just deleted I think sections 4 and 5 relative to the budgetary requirements.
So is the proposed ordinance in accordance with our disposition?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Do we still have to delete section 4 and 5 as presented? Okay, so this is in accordance with our previous disposition. Motion on final reading?
I move that we pass an ordinance. Title again?
An ordinance, right?
An ordinance reorganizing and effecting functional changes for the business followed by public information office central, integrating therein the ICERT information and action center, ICIA, and the city communications office and so forth.
Without objection, same is approved. This is now approved on third and final reading. Next item.
New business number 1, first endorsement dated December 15, 2017.
We
Endorsing the new
refer this
applications.
to the Committee on Transportation.
New business number 2, endorsement of the City Mayor regarding the MOA entered into between the City Government of Naga and the Bureau of Soils and Water Management. Requesting for authority.
We refer this to the Committee on Do you want it to be referred to the Committee on ELO? Okay, if that is the case. Next item.
New business number 3, the letter of Ms. Teo Creste Anueva Sr. requesting for franchise, Trimobile franchise.
Committee on Transportation. Councilor Labadia Jr.
May I move for reconsideration regarding the...
Come again, please.
May I move, Mr. Chairman, to consider the itong referral to the Committee on Laws on the issue of memorandum of agreement between the city and the DA. Can we also refer it to the city?
So jointly with the Committee on Agriculture.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
Thank you.
With the Committee on Laws as lead committee. Okay. Item number 3.
Nominal voting. Item number 3 was already referred to the Committee on Transport. Mr.
Okay. Next item. Councilor Akid Arroyo.
Sean, may I request reconsideration of our disposition of item concerning the revalidation, Mr. Chair, of bulk number 6. Is it? Yes, item number 6.
Item number 6.
Of unfinished business, if it is possible that we reconsider that it shouldn't anymore be referred to the committee. I remember, Mr. Chair, the matter was already a recommendation from the committee for the City Planning and Development Office. So since the City Planning and Development Office has submitted its favorable recommendation, I think so as not to delay. We can already pass a resolution approving the revalidation of the preliminary approval for locational clearance of DECA Homes, Grand Vale 3. There's already a PALP, Mr. Chair, but they were not able to immediately effect or start improvement in the area. So therefore it already lapsed. So it's really just a matter of revalidating it.
Any second? Without objection, same is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Any other matter? We will no longer be holding any session, whether for the year. Okay. Okay, Councilor Baldemoro. As to our
the schedule, Mr. Chair, of the next regular session, since the
9/16
first Tuesday of January is a holiday, January 2.
Okay.
So the first session will be on January 9.
January 9, that's correct. January 9. Okay.
Before the nominal voting, Mr. Chair, may I seek reconsideration for the order of business by including as item number 5 of the special business or order a reversion from the balance of the PCL fund to donation ICE amounting to 429,000 pesos.
Is there an objection? There being none, the same is approved.
May I move for the passage of an ordinance, Mr. Chair?
Any second? Same is approved.
On the nominal voting, Mr. Chair, may I move that all the approved resolution and ordinance be transferred to nominal voting and approve the same.
Same is approved.
Motion to adjourn, Mr. Chair.
Session is now adjourned.
Happy Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Nice. 5. Ikaw man yung anong ka rin? 1 foot forward for 2018. Okay.
Sa satuyang pagselebrar liwat kan kamundagan kan satuyang kagurangnan ngunya na taon, magserbing manlugod pagirumdum ang selebrasyon na ini kan karahayan kan pagkamuot asin pagtarabangan. Ipagpa Diyos mabalusta ang mga biyayang naresibi asin mariresibi pa. Urug na ang balaog nin buhay asin maugmang pamilya. Sa pagsabata sa bagong taon, maginguwa kitang hipnuan an anuman na pagkukulang sa mga relasyon ta sa iba asin sa komunidad, kaibaan bilog tang pamilya. Sa ngaran kan sa kuyang pamilya asin kan sangguni ang panlunsod sa pangingenot ni Vice Mayor Nelson Legacion, ini po si Mayor Jan Bongat, minapaabot sa Indo nin maugmang Pasko asin mas mauswag pang bagong taon.
Unya na Pasko, padanayon niyato ang pagkamuot asin pagkasararo sa satuyang pamilya asin kapwa. Magpasalamat kita sa mga balaog na naresibi asin iheras naman ini sa ibang tao, lalo na sa mga nangangaipo. Ini po si Vice Mayor Nelson Legacion, kaibanan si Mayor Jan Bongat, asin ang gabos na miyembros kan sangguniang panlungsod. Nagpapaabot nin maugmang Pasko asin mas progresibong bagong taon. Burunyog po kita sa padagos na pag-asenso kan Naga.
Dakol na mga pangyayari.
Minsan difícil.
Mamundo.
Maugma.
Asin makulor. Mga selebrasyon ng buhay.
Pagkamuot.
Heroismo asin kasaysayan.
Husay asin tibay.
Asin marambong na kultura.
Dagmang na mga bareta.
Istorya ng pagbangon.
Napano ng paglao. Istorya kang mga nagenyo.
Napano ng inspirasyon.
Naglaladawan kan sa indang higos.
Pamautan, mas pang maguswag.
Ini asin iba pang impormasyon na mahalaga.
Ang samuyang iahatod sa Indo.
Mga okasyon na may rimpos sa puso.
Ang samuyang hihimuon.
Gainong ka mapapagal.
Para sana mapagserbihan kamo.
Ini po ang samung pagdusay para sa Nambang Nagenyo.
Hali po sa Indong City Events, Protocol and Public Information Office asin Naga Smiles to the World Team.
Maugmang Pasko asin mauswag na bagong taon sa Indo nga boss. Ha!
Malipot ang banggi at huyop kan turos. Nagpapaisip na yaon na ang hinahalat niya to. Pagkamundag ni Jesu Kristo. Uyan na naman ang Kapaskuhan sa mga harong. Nakabiritay ang paron. Nakikiriman kiman mga ilaw na tekulo. Lakaw digdi, lakaw duman mga aking nangangarot. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas ang sa tuyang ikura. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas sa tuyang ikanta. Kapaskuhan sa irisay ang sa tuyang tatawan. Regalo digdi, regalo naman, hinahalagan kaakian dai masukol, nakaugmahan dai malilingawan.
Aram ba ganindo na igwa kitang pwedeng dulukon kung igwa kitang reklamo sa mga abusadong pulis? Yaon ng People's Law Enforcement Board o PLEB na binilog sa irarom kan Acta Republica 6975 as in 8551. Ang PLEB saro sa mga opisina na may kapangyarihan na dangugon, resolbaran, asin desisyonan ang mga kaso administratibo na sinaangat kan si isay man na namamanwaan laban sa kapulisan na naglapas sa indang katungdan. Sa siyudad ning Naga, ang PLEB binibilog ninda Attorney Mila Francia bilang chairperson, Attorney asin konsihala Miles Regid Arroyo bilang vice chairperson, retirado koronel asin dating konsihal Jose Tuason, punong barangay Buboy Salva, dating punong barangay Antonio Amparado, asin konsihal Lito del Rosario bilang mga miyembros. Ang pulis dapat nagsiserbi asin nangangataman sa namamanwaan. Kung may sumbong, makipag-ulay sa PLEB, mag-upod o mag-text sa 0908-27